Absolutely a beautiful start right there. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Patriot here, and I'm giving you my very first Total War multiplayer battle on my second channel. And if you would like to actually check out more of my own multiplayer battles, you can actually check it out on my very first channel, or pretty much I actually left it most of my multiplayer battles here. So anyways, we're gonna actually slow this down, and to start this off, for my own army composition, I actually ended up with 4 foots here, the regular kinds, and yes, I'm playing as kings and men's for England, of course. Alright, and then right over here I brought in 2 Lightfoots and 2 King German Legion foot. They look so darn well. I like Napoleon for the way these guys are actually dressed, which I really love about those guys. Over here, on this side in the forest, we have ourselves a howitzer, and I believe I got myself another set of artillery. No, I believe, yeah, just the howitzer. I'm pretty sure that I actually had a different, I also had a, no, okay, I guess not. Anyways, over here, more by the woods, I have my Highland Foots, because these guys will play a very, very important role by the biggest battle coming by. I'm gonna actually play this. Anyways, yeah, we have our Highland Foots, and over here we have our 42nd Black Watch, the Black Watch. These guys will actually play kind of a critical role. Not the most important, but they will be in reserve for the very last moment of the game. Meanwhile, the guys who are actually moving in towards the forest at high speed, I got 2 Dragoons over here. And then over here, I got 1 Light Dragoon, no, 2 Light Dragoons. Alright, and then finally, over here, I have Major General Pinton. Let me see where he is among the ranks. Ah, there he is. If you see him with that top hat, unlike what any of the other guys has, that's him over there. Alright, there he goes. Over on the other side, we are going to actually deal with my opponent, who is Prussia, for that matter. And apparently he's going to bring in his foot guards as his front line. Is it a mistake? Honestly, it's up to you. I don't really see it as a mistake, but I'd rather actually keep one of my best troops in reserve. Honestly, that is in my opinion. But if you're actually really gutsy about having your foot guards, or any of your elites into the fight, I don't mind. Anyways, more of his own composition. He has Grenadiers, Musketeers. Yeah, 2 Musketeers, just a couple of Musketeers, 1 Foot Guard. And over here, he's slowly, but oh no, he's actually rushing in his Jaegers. Then over here, he's bringing, and then over here, that's hidden in the woods, are his Cuirassiers and his Lancers. On this side of the map, we're looking at a 12 Iberfoot artillery, and then we're looking at some Musketeers, a couple more Musketeers over here, with the General over here, and his rocket troops that's actually battering down my own position at an extremely long range. So I believe you have actually seen it just a couple of moments ago. They're going to actually start launching very soon. And he has a Silesian Strutwehr. Yeah, here they come, I think. Yep, here they go. Alright. Let me see. He also has another cavalry. His hussars over here. Alright, but that's pretty much going to be it. So what's important about this map, the Arid Cliffs, is really the center of this map. Whoever actually has control of this mountaintop will pretty much gain control of the entire battlefield. So anyways, as you can see, I actually noticed how he was actually rushing his own guys. And now, apparently, he's already going to take the first shots into the combat. I did actually rush into taking this terrain over here, so now I'll actually be able to gain a very good position, big time. And then he starts shooting my own guys, but he actually shoots over here, so no good line of sight. So they'll pretty much be unscathed, but they'll only gain damage only from the rocket troops. So pretty much, yeah, my guys over here actually are really cool beans. Meanwhile, I'm ordering my own skirmishers out onto this position here because they will be perfect for skirmishing these guys. Yeah, I believe they should actually be moving. I don't know, but I start making a dumb move on my end because I start shooting through here even though I didn't. I should have actually realized that there was that mountaintop over there. So yeah, that was also my mistake. But no, I think I immediately already noticed that, so I'm all right. Meanwhile, over here, here's my critical role because what I plan to do is that I have my Highland Foots moving all the way over here as they're going to actually make their way around. Yeah, I can't really mark it unfortunately, but it's around here where they'll climb up and then they're going to start striking at the enemy. But we're going to actually wait for the good bait to coming out because once they get a little too close to my own line over here, yeah, it's not going to end well for them. Meanwhile, my own cavalry are going to actually start regrouping. But what I plan to do is a little diversion, but at the same time I want to do a little raid, just making sure to see if I can go about to killing his own artillery or general. Unfortunately, I have not. So I'll tell you this: the raid was an absolute fail. That I'll admit. Anyways, now the real killing has absolutely begun, and right now it looks like Prussia's guys are getting massacred badly, and it is really expensive units for that matter. So not a good exchange. And right here, my guys are barely getting any damage as they are in light infantry doctrine, so they'll definitely be a lot more safer, especially when they're in the woods, so they'll definitely be unscathed for that matter. So anyways, now the fighting has now officially begun. Killing a couple of my own guys, but now I'm going to actually be pushing in more of my own skirmishers up. And then pretty soon I'm going to actually start pushing in my guys, but luckily for me I actually have the forest as my own terrain. He's actually out into the open, so I'll be taking advantage of that. And let me see. I think we may have already gotten a shot. No. We got a couple, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought I made a much more scarier killing firepower, but no, that wasn't really the case. Some friendly fire in the mix. Wasn't actually rushing these guys very well, but there's definitely fighting here in the forest big time. But right now, he's also now starting to make a mistake. One thing's for sure, he's trying to actually. I did realize that he was actually beginning to enveloping me, but problem was that he actually spread his troops way too thin. So I try to make sure that some distraction is needed. Let me check what's going here. All right, yeah. So now the big action's gonna come up. So I'm probably gonna go for that big risk over here. Unfortunately, I was actually repositioning my own cavalry. My light troops will probably be taking the shot, most likely. And then, where's my cuirassier? Yeah, here they are. Yeah, I believe no, I don't think.
Shoot that bloody horse. Everyone is scared, lad. Don't worry.
No, I don't think my. Oh wait, light dragoons. Okay, no, I was actually thinking about dragoons because, I don't know, Napoleon Empire can get a little confusing. Anyways, I believe they should be shooting. No, I don't think so. So yeah, that was actually a mistake because I was actually thinking about this as Empire Total War, thinking that light dragoons could have been able to shoot them. So he used his hussar, so it was a disaster for my own guys here. So Yeah, big mistake on my end, big time. And because of that charge, it was absolutely devastating. No doubt about it. So yeah, they're gonna die real quickly. Meanwhile, I also have my own Highland foot, and then I did a very interesting move because I actually decided to use fire in advance. And really, it has caused tons of killing power. Yeah, this is how fire in advance works. And I believe they should be shooting. Yeah. I did use fire in advance, and my gosh, the killing power is very good. The bad side I will say about fire in advance is that the reason why lots of people don't use fire in advance is really because your own guys will, once everyone has already did fire in advance, it will take an extremely, like, even a lot longer for your own guys to be reloading. Anyways, because of the fire in advance, we really decimated this entire group on his left flank, and now his left flank is beginning to collapse. Over here on his right flank, still some skirmishing going on. And there's still a fighting going on over here as well. I check. Oh yeah, it's pretty much over now. I tried to see if I could kill the general staff, and the general actually got hurt big time, so no doubt about it. So yeah, my guys has already been killed. Oh wait. Oh no, my guys actually, one of my own guys at least made it through. Okay, so in the end, I'll actually admit it, this only gave little success, honestly. Honestly, I believe that only gave little success for my little raid. Anyways, let's head back to the main front line. As you can see, my own guys are actually just murdering the Prussians. Absolutely horrible. And really, what I was actually doing was conserving my own guys for the perfect time. So, like for example, what I was doing was I was actually having one unit taking a volley, and then once they started to reload, I pushed in another one to taking another volley. And pretty much at this point, he was still taking the same unit, and they pretty much got massacred. Anyways, as you can see, his entire left flank is already collapsing, like very badly. So now it only leaves up to only these couple units here as well. Anyways, he's starting to. I believe he was already making a breakthrough over here. So now I start pushing in my own foots over here to dealing with these no, not foots. Those skirmishers, these Jaegers. Fortunately for me, these guys were actually standing up, so they weren't actually spreading themselves up or crouching. So these guys are gonna die real quickly. Yeah, and for my howitzer, it took me, yeah, here's my howitzer. It took me a while to actually repositioning these guys. However, one of them is still having not the best kind of position, but other than that, well, yeah, I try to make my howitzer the best I can be using. Anyways, even though we've actually taken down their Jaeger, now they're going to be facing against Prussian Fusilier. And now, but yeah, because he actually brought these guys up, my guys over here aren't gonna actually bolt very well. And what do you know? He's using his foot guard to using fire in advance, seeing as though that he already knows about my own strategy. However, he's barely shooting anything out into the forest right now, so it's not gonna do much, especially when my guys are actually crouching. So he's going to hit very few people right now. Anyways, meanwhile over here, I did actually notice that some of his own guys came back from routing, so now what I actually planned to do was to actually fighting them, but then I start pulling them back towards the rest of my own guys just so that they can be a lot more organized. But little did I actually realize his own cavalry was already moving into the mix as well. Yeah, so that starts becoming an issue. Yeah, I don't think I did square formation at all. I wasn't paying attention over here, so because of that, that was actually going to be my punishment for not even realizing it, because I was mostly focusing my fight over here. And because of that, he's probably going to kill off one of my Highland foots. My other foot might actually survive. Or no, they might actually survive this. Yeah, they will. Cool. But yeah, that was actually pretty punishing, which pretty much killed a lot of my own guys. But these Highland foots has very strong morale for that matter. So, gotta give props to these guys.
Our men are running for.
Anyways, meanwhile over here, my own guys are actually still taking a foot beating out these guys. My own light foot is actually taking the fight, but right now he brings in more of his own cavalry into the mix. I believe, no, they're in the wrong position, so they're probably gonna die quickly. So yeah, we're going to actually be dealing with these guys. Meanwhile, on the right flank, oh yeah, I brought in the Black Watch because apparently my own foot has already routed. And so now I'm going to actually begin... No, I'm not going to push. I'm just going to wait till he actually brings up his own guys. Or no, actually, yeah, I'm just going to wait until he actually pushes his own guys because he's heading towards me. So yeah, smartly enough, I actually decided to wait, letting all my guys reload. Just for the perfect time, and at this point, yeah, the Black Watch are amazingly powerful in both melee, morale, and fire rate. So yeah, gotta keep a very good line of powerful elite infantries because they will save you. They will save you time, good reserve, and for future fighting in late combat. Meanwhile, what's going on over here? The enemy actually finally realized that he should actually try to take the fighting up close and personal. He does have his foot guards, and these guys are just going to actually start racking up chaos big time. So after finally dealing with this, I've actually decided to actually move my own guys over to the right flank just so that I can deal with these foot guards here very, very quickly. So yeah, another mistake that I just did realize was that he just began starting to sending in more reinforcements. However, I believe it would have been better if he could have actually gotten more of his reinforcements a lot more closer to his reserve. So now, but because he was a little too late reinforcing his position, yeah, it wasn't really gonna happen. Anyways, meanwhile over here, I actually repositioned my own guys over into the forest, so they should all be cool beans. That's a really awesome shot over here. Love it. Actually, I'm gonna give that shot here. Alright. But yeah, he decided to pull back, giving me more time to actually repositioning my own guys for that matter. And other than that, his right flank has completely collapsed after making some utter mistakes, just trying to pushing up, and pretty much getting massacred by my own snipers. Or, yeah, my skirmishers, pretty much. So now I'm already going to be pushing up, and I'm going to be dealing off all of his own guys. I believe these guys already ran out of ammo, one of them at least. Actually, wait, let's go to our enemy's point of view. So they decided to actually come back up, strangely. And they're going to actually be... I don't know what he's doing at this point, but I don't know, I guess I'm just taking this as an advantage. And with that, he starts pulling back his own guys while they're getting massacred. And yep, there they go. So it's at this point right now that in the end, England, the Royal English Empire, has successfully secured the hilltop, and now I'm going to be repositioning my howitzer. And because I secure the howitzer, there are so much good advantages for it. However, I didn't actually realize some of his units actually came back from routing, so that was going to be a huge mistake on my part. Anyways, I'm going to actually fast forward this a little bit. But yeah, other than that, big thing that he should have actually done was that he should have actually kept his reserves a lot more closer, and because he actually had a lot more better equipped troops than I have in this matter, I believe he should have actually been a lot more aggressive. He hasn't really showed a lot of aggressiveness for that matter. So anyways, oh yeah, one of the advantage that's good about taking the hilltop is that you'll pretty much have this awesome terrain over here. You'll be pretty much picking off these guys just from this spot here, which is very cool. However, they are low on numbers first off, and they're going to be running out of ammunition soon enough. But because of the good terrain that my guys actually have, they're pretty much gonna pick off a lot out of these guys. Like, it is insane. So anyways, what's going on now? Oh yeah, I still haven't even noticed that his musketeers are still here. But other than that, this battle is already reaching its peak, so I'd rather fast forward this now. But yeah, that's pretty much one of the advantage that I've already showed you at this point. So at this point, I'm just going to actually push out my own guys and just finish off the rest of his own guys. But if I actually kill the general, I'm pretty sure it'll be all over at this point. So yeah, other than that, this is going to be one of my very first online battles here, ladies and gentlemen, and I really do hope you actually enjoyed that. Anyways, I do want to actually see if I can get this video all the way to the end and, well, all that stuff, so, yeah. But yeah, after the hilltop, well, it's not really the aftermath, but this is what the third and final phase that he's going to actually make one last ditch attempt to securing victory, which he already makes a mistake once again because he still actually had a strong number of infantries because my guys were sort of depleted at this point as well. So what he could have done was that he could have kept his guys together. However, he starts reeling each other away, which became a major mistake for that matter. And then he starts charging in his own cavalry, which is why back then they actually did this thing called square formation. And with that, they actually have, with the square formation, it will give them a huge bonus against cavalry charges. However, for this matter, for some reason, his own cavalry managed to actually destroy my own guys very badly, which doesn't really make any sense because I've already gotten my guys in square formation in time, but I guess it was at this point they were actually tired? No, they were not. I guess it was because they were low on numbers, I suppose. Yeah, they're fighting cuirassiers, so I guess it's pretty reasonable. So yeah, I'm starting to push up my own infantries, trying to making sure that I can actually seal the deal once and for freaking all. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this a lot more. Well, yeah, once again, he starts making that big mistake, still reeling his own guys away from the rest of his own army. And now he starts with his own cavalry, he starts pushing in, trying to finish off the rest of my own guys. Or no, he's actually going to back off. But basically, my strategy over here was to be mainly to be securing this position and hopefully looking. I'm more of an opportunist for this matter, trying to see if I can actually find a good way to be destroying him. So yeah, usually it's actually the flanking maneuvers that I actually like to look for. Sometimes I would actually resort to guerrilla warfare. So yeah, I'm that kind of strategist, big time. So in any other case, we're gonna actually fast forward this even more. Hopefully this should actually just speed things up to the end, but yeah, this is gonna be pretty much the battle, so I really do hope you guys actually enjoyed this fight. This will be the very first episode, and I really do have some very epic battles,
Our
like
men
in
are
some of my
running,
own
sir.
most previous videos. I It is actually epic. I'll actually tell you that, and I'll show it to you just sometime later. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I want to actually start a strategy channel, so that I can be able to
One of our units has
show
used
you
all its ammunition, sir.
some really awesome and fun battles, especially here in Napoleon. So yeah, that's really what's cool beans about this chiz. Anyways, it's at this point that I've already reached his own rocket artillery, so now I'm going to be killing his own guys. And realizing his own mistake, he's a little too late. So yeah, I'm going to be pushing my own guys up, and I'm going in for a charge, like straight up charge at them. So yeah, there goes his own guys. Excuse me. Now all of it, this battle is pretty much going to be over at this point, and all of his guys are actually routing. So yeah, thank you TP Golic 17 for this battle, and this is pretty much this battle here. A really awesome battle. I have tons of battles coming by. I will be doing Empire, Napoleon, and Medieval. Not sure about Empire though, entirely, because last time I did try to record it, yeah, things didn't really went cool beans, mostly because of FPS issues. But yeah, I'll pretty much actually do more multiplayer video and campaign videos for this channel, pretty much. So thank you guys so much for actually checking this awesome video and whatever you like to call it and all that stuff. And be sure to actually leave that like if you actually enjoy, comment with what you think of the battle, what mistakes me and my opponent may have actually made, to think how it should be perfected. Like, I would love to hear your own feedbacks about this. In any of the strategy games, I would appreciate that, because in the end, you would actually be helping not only me, but pretty much everyone else who's having issues in terms of strategy games. And be sure to actually subscribe if you actually really love my chiz here on Patriot's channel, which is moi. So anyways, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next video as always. Dismissed!